Hello, how you doing? Is you good? What's poppin'?
Hello, what's up? How you doing? Hello, what you doing? Hey, hi, welcome back to Lynn's Corner. It's good to have you back. Now, today I'm actually in a good mood, but the story we're talking about is not actually a good story. I'm talking about the 2 times that we have been robbed. So basically, from the other 2 videos, you know that there's always drama, guys, in my life. I don't know why, but it's just always there. So the 2 times that we have been robbed, guys. Okay, so the first time, right? Okay, so first I must explain. I stay in South Africa, and I'm not gonna go about how there's crime in South Africa and everywhere and all of that. But crime is there. It's something that we cannot run away from. I mean, I've stayed in Zimbabwe, and I've never experienced. Yeah, they do rob there, but I never experienced that. So this is what happened, guys. So we're at home, and my mama had just come back from work, so she was outside and she was parking the car. So unbeknownst to us, they were actually trying to hijack her outside, like hijack the car or steal it and stuff. So that's what was going on outside. So I guess, like, because she said she was fighting them, it's your car. So I guess they just decided to say, okay, you go inside and check what's going on inside the house. So all of us, that's like 6 of us, were sitting in one room, and then my brother was in the kitchen, and I don't know what he was doing there, but that's where the door was. So I guess this guy got to the kitchen and saw my brother there. So anyway, so I'll talk about us, like where we were. So we're there, and I was on my phone. So if you know me, you know I was on my phone. My sister was watching something on the laptop. Others were just, I don't know, people were just doing what people were doing. Then my brother just comes in, guys, with his hands up, and there's a guy behind him with a gun to his head. So he walked in, right? And then we all looked at him like, we weren't scared at that point. We just looked at him like, is this a joke? Like, what's going on here? And then my brother okay, I'll translate later. But obviously, okay, I don't know. Let me not say obviously. I don't know what nationality the guy was, but I would assume that he didn't understand Shona. So guys, my brother decides to actually help this guy steal from us by telling us in our native language what was going on. So he had his hands up, and he's like, guys, munu yada utibira, guys, mupay my phone, mupay jesse, musatomborwe, because I need gun. So loosely translated, guys, this guy is going to rob us. Do not try and fight him. He's got a gun. Give him your phones, give him everything. And we're all like, what? Because we didn't really, I think at that point we didn't actually understand what was going on. So we're just like, no. I then decided, no, man. Because I think my other sister was like closer to the door. So she gave him the phone. That's when I realized, like, no, man, this is what's going on. So I put my phone under my leg and I sit on it. And then he went, and then, so then, needless to say, I then realized, like, no, this is for real. Like, when he was taking stuff from everybody else, right? Guys, 1 guy, 6 people, 1 gun, I don't know. Do the math. So then he went to my sister, because my sister was further down the room. So he went to my sister. Okay, my sister is gangster. I don't know if you know her, but Miss D is gangster. So I was sitting, waiting for her to be like, no, dude, you ain't gonna do this. Because my sister is gangster. And I was like, if she does it, then I'm going to fight with her. But no. That gun was real. I don't know if that gun was real, guys. But anyway. So he managed to take the laptop from my sister, and he left. So my mama Mama only comes in later, and she's like, guys, what happened? So we're trying to tell her, like, Mama, we just got robbed, and she's telling us, like, no, guys, you guys should have fought, because I was fighting outside with 4 of them, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, the stuff were gone. We called the cops. They only came back the next day, and we explained, and he was actually like, I commend you guys, you're so brave, because just last week someone tried to fight and there were shots. But to be honest, I just think he just wanted us not to feel stupid. Like, I'm sure when he went back, he was like, guys, imagine there were 6 people in a room and only one guy with a gun, and he stole everything from them except for my phone, obviously. But guys, that's what happened. Like, oh, that's the first time we got robbed. So now, same house, different day. My mom and everybody else decided they were going to Zim for a while, and I was like, nah, you know, I'm not feeling Zim this season, so I'm not gonna go. My sister, she's a musician, she had some shows lined up, so she's like, nah, I'm also not gonna go. So we stayed, the 2 of us, 2, not 4, 2 guys, it was the 2 of us. So one night we sleeping, and this was the one night that, because, you know, obviously, so I wasn't like decently dressed. I was half naked in the sense that I was wearing my pajama top and not the pajama bottom. It was hot, come on now. So I went to sleep, my sister and I, we went to sleep, and I just gotten a piece job, you know, like a piece job, like you work like in pieces. Okay, I'm joking, but I was like going, because I was still in school, yeah, so I was going like receptionist type of thing, filing. I was doing filing for like a few days at a certain company, and they were paying me daily. And then that day my sister had asked me for my money. She was like, Alan, borrow. So I was like, no, I'm not giving you money, because you know what it's like when you give siblings money, they never pay you back. I don't know what's up with that. So anyway, that's what happened. So that night we go to sleep, and then at some point in the middle of the night, these men, like 5, just come on, wah, pa, pa, pa. They're inside the house, guys. We were screaming, nobody could hear us, and then, you know, they sort of like made us shut up. So we just had to watch them go around the house looking for stuff, and they had so much time to like find even my money that I'd worked hard for. And my sister, after that, she laughed at me. She's like, if you had borrowed me that money, I would have used it, and now you would have gotten it back, because, you know. But anyway, yeah, we know that. So these guys, they came in and they started, you know, like, where's the money? Give me the money. And again, 5 guys, 1 gun. But anyway, at least it was 5 guys. Okay, not at least, but anyway, it was 5 guys. So they said, where's the money? Where's the what? We just quiet, like, nigga, I ain't gonna help you rob me, so I'm gonna be quiet. Fine, but you wanna find. And they did find. They found everything. They took us for everything, guys. But then, so it did happen. My sister was like, no, I'm tired of you people coming into this house to rob us. So she got out of bed and she ran into like the lounge, whatever, where one of the other guys was there, and she started fighting with him. Now, I wanted to help her, but I had a slight predicament. I was half naked, and these were men, and I did not want a situation whereby they would see that, ooh, there's some yummy girl, and then we know what would have happened. So I mean, now that I'm talking about like the possibility of being raped, so before this whole incident, I'd watched a movie. It's called For Colored Girls. That movie hurt me on, like, if you've watched that movie, you know that there's like a lot that happened in that movie. And one of the things that particularly really hurt me was the incident where a girl met a guy. He was like actually a good guy, actually, and he was actually such a good guy because I'd also watched him in other movies, and he was a good guy too there. So when I saw him in the movie, I was like, okay, at least there's somebody who's about to be, you know, in a good relationship. At least there's hope. No such luck, guys. So they decided to go on a date, and I think it was actually, he came to pick her up, and before they could even go, he went inside her house or something like that, and then he raped her. Or the date was supposed to be inside the house, she was gonna cook or something, but in whatever happened, this guy, this good guy, raped this girl. it hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, like that movie hurt me on so many levels. But I think that was the one part that really really hurt me, except for the part where that guy killed his kids. But that part, it really hurt me, and I started just every time I thought about that, I would always utter these words: I will never be raped in my life, because I feel like that part really, it really hurt me. So I would always say I will never be raped in my life. No matter what, anytime I thought about rape or I read about rape, I'll just affirm like I will never be raped in my life. Affirmations are very important, guys. Like, wow. Okay, so let's go back to the scene whereby I'm half naked. So this is what happened. They started fighting. So okay, so I couldn't go out to help my sister because of my current situation. So I just sat there and watched everything just happening. Because I could see, because the door was right here, I could see them there fighting my sister. So then the other guy was like, no, carry her out because she's now making noise. So they decided to carry her outside. And when they were outside, at least now the neighbors could hear. So then the neighbors heard that we were being robbed. So they all came out to try and stop the guys, right? But they couldn't exactly come inside because the gate was locked or whatever. But then they were now outside waiting for these robbers to say when they come out, we'll catch them. So they all decided to go out because now they've taken us for everything. They went out, and then the one guy comes back and he's like, oh, okay, there's so much going on outside, we can't leave, so I need you to come with me so that it could be easier for him to leave. I'm still in bed. I feel like the 2 seconds they left, I should have gone out and worn something and then like gone to see what was happening, but I was still in shock. So I'm still in bed and I'm looking at this guy. Guys, this is a true story, right? I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, so I tell him, I'm like, I'm not dressed well. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm not wearing any bottom, you know. And then he's like, okay, come out and wear it. And he's like, hurry up because we need to go now. So I almost got kidnapped, guys. So this is what happened. So I decided to come out. So I jump out of bed. And this man looks at me, guys. And he looked me like up and down. And his eyes, guys, I'll never forget. His eyes looked at me like, you know that like when a man looks at a woman like he's about to? Yeah, that's how like his eyes just went like, I don't know how to, I'm not a man, but he looked at me like that thing like, oh, it's gonna go down. And then all of a sudden it was as if, I don't know. Then he just like, you're taking time, I'm leaving. And he just left. Guys, I just want to say, if he wanted to do anything, he could have, because there was so much time. There was commotion going outside. Nobody knew what was going on. People were just running around and whatever. And even though the time they were still... But anyway, that affirmation helped me at that point, because he could have done whatever. He could have done everything. But for some weird reason, he was just like, you're taking time, I'm leaving. Guys, it traumatized me. That whole thing about being robbed the second time, because it was just the two of us. It was 5 men and they just came in. I don't know, we don't even know how they got inside the house. Like, it was just a lot of things that happened that time, you know. And my sister, she got beat and all of that, but I commend her for her strength, because it's not a lot of people that could fight back, but she did. She fought back for the both of us, because one officer was down. One officer was half naked and down. So guys, those are the 2 times that we got robbed. So I think, what did I learn from that experience? The first experience, I didn't learn nothing. The second one, I actually learned that affirmations work. So I added, I will never be robbed again in my life. And that has worked, guys. Like, I'll never be robbed again. I'll never, like, never be raped. Like, those affirmations, I've said it all the time, and there were some people that have heard me say it and they had so much to say about my affirmations, but they work. I work in Johannesburg CBD, guys, and I've heard people talk about stories about being robbed, about this, about that. And guess what your girl doing? Your girl walks like she's not in Joburg. I walk like I'm in Senton, guys, because like I know my affirmations protect me. I know that. Like, so you've got words, speak words. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you think you might go through, but be that person that speaks positive words. Like, I've spoken for years now, like, I will never be raped in my life. And I think I've been in situations where other people have been in the same kind of situations, and we read about them in the news, like, oh, this happened to this girl. And I've been in such situations and I've come out unscathed, you know, not because like, you know, like I'm amazing or I know taekwondo or something, no, but because I've made affirmations that assure me that Even if I'm to be stuck in a room with 10 men, they ain't gonna touch me because I know my words work. I know my words work. So, you know, guys, that happened. So anyway, those are the 2 times that I got robbed. Now I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will watch the previous ones if you haven't watched them, and I hope that you like it, you comment on it, and you will share, right? And yeah, share with your friends, let them also watch, you know, guys. What you doing? Hey girl, what you doing? What you doing? So let me go back to being happy, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.